top, she's a top, she's a stone cold top. I'm a top, I'm a stone cold top. I know everything, I know everything. Feel top energy from you, said no one ever. I like to act confident, like I know what to say. I like to tease you, I like to play in my way. But when you say, get on the bed, I lose my cool and I get in my head. I'm a stone cold top, she's a stone cold top. I'm a top, she's a top, she's a stone cold top. I'm a top, I'm a stone cold top. I know everything, I know everything. I feel some energy from you, like no one ever. I like to act it, so sassy, but it's out of lie. Because I know deep down I'm a bottom inside. I'm a bottom inside. I'm not a furry. I'm not a furry. I'm not a furry. I'm a stone cold top, she's a stone cold top. I'm a top, she's a top, she's a stone cold top. I'm a top, I'm a stone cold top. I know everything, I know everything. I feel some energy from you, but no one ever. I'm innocent, I'm a top. I'm not a furry, but deep down I know bottom inside. I'm a stone cold top, she's a stone cold top. I'm a top, she's a top, she's a stone cold top. I'm a top, I'm a stone cold top. I know everything, I know everything.
Hello, Iris. Hello, Brian. It is lovely to see you. Thank you for politely extracting yourself from the stream. But there's no need. Today is going to be the single most thrilling thing ever broadcast on Twitch. Let me sort out my thing here. Not a window capture. No, go away. Video capture, please. What I got? Aha! There I am. We made it. Today, ladies and gentlemen, roll up, roll up. Today we are going to be filing! What? How thrilling is that? Is it paint drying? May as well be. So, I'm coming off my management meds for this CCAT scan on the 22nd.
I'm back, baby.
Baby. Thank you, Jinx. Also, hi, Jinx. How you doing? No, I've literally been doing that all day. So, I've been coming off my management meds for this CCAT scan that I will be undergoing on the 22nd. And it's made me very nauseous. And I've been noticing as I've been playing games that, especially if anything's got motion blur on, but it makes me quite dizzy. Anyway, my own fault. I did a gaming session last night and I really got into it. And I played for about 4 hours and I made myself so dizzy. So I'm still really dizzy. So we're going to be filing today. We're going to be setting up a brand new writing club file. I have sticky notes. I have pen, pencil. I have these. Oh, these are cool. I have cool pens. I have plastic wallets somewhere. And I have printable sticky paper. I don't have a label maker. I never have. But I use this sticky paper that can run through a printer. That's not part of it. Why was that in the sticky paper thing? You know what? Past filing is my mistake. So we're going to make up a really nice writing club and short stories and vocal file. Because the last year's one was good. It served its purpose, but it wasn't anywhere near big enough. And it ended up quite scattered. Is it Thursday already? It may as well be. I do good. I'm a happy boy today. Tell me why you did this to me. I'm sorry. Writing club file? Yes. So this is... Let me find last year's really quick. This is last year's writing club file. Looked like this. It's got stains on it already. So I tried to organize it. I made my own little lips here. But it ended up there's no rhyme or reason to any of this, and I can often not find stories because I know what time of year I wrote it, or I know what I wrote it on, but I could not figure out where I had filed it. So it ended up like this, with 2 different paper types, which really annoys me. It was a much smaller file than it needed to be. The file has ended up being a little bit wobbly. So I made a purchase of 3 of these really nicely patterned Oxford University files, which are much, much nicer, much, much sturdier. They even reinforced the little bottom here. And that should be more than big enough for a year's worth of writing. You can tamp things down. Proper ring binder, right? And so I'm dedicating one of them is going to be, or one of them already is, dedicated to my private project. The other one, I don't know where it's gone, so I'll find it at some point. But this one's going to be dedicated to writing club, short stories, local stuff, that sort of thing. Where does the club come into it? Oh yeah, we do it on Thursday. I'm not sure, Brian, whether you joined while we were still doing prompts. We're doing prompts this year as well, but we're going to do 1 per month. Because we sort of got overwhelmed trying to do 1 per week. Well, I do some more sewing. Oh, good. Pale, thank you for the lurk. I drink some water. I am barely holding on to life right now. It's just not reassuring for you to hear at all. Not Thursday yet. If it would be, I'd be much happier because that's payday and board game night. Oh, hell yeah. Being quite scared. Thank you, Pale. Also, hi, Lady Megora. That's what she said. Here it is. She being me. Hold on to me. I want to be at a club. Hell yeah, you do. Please come over there and make you a drink. A stiff one. Preferably. So, I've got everything I need to make a very good folder here. I bought these. Excuse the rustling for ASMR here. This is a set of a couple of ends on yellow. That's one thing. Okay. A couple of those tab keepers. I managed to get all of this on sale, which I was very proud of, because stationery is expensive. But they should have... We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tabs on it. So I was thinking that I would do months, which means I'll need to include 2 extra tabs. But that's okay, because I can include the first couple pages. Do I want it up this height? Stop fighting me, Binder! Yeah, so it sort of hangs out and you can see what you're working with. From something that is stiff. Yeah, I can. Do I want to maybe put an entire other bit in it? Yeah. Because then I can include to be typed up, completed, and other tabs at the end. So let's do January to December. And then at the end of it, I can put a bunch of other stuff as well. It's a stiff binder. It's brand new! Do you know who'd be excited about this? Amy Santiago from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. She would be freaking out right now. And I don't know whether I want to... Yeah, I'm gonna print out for each one a little sticky page that will say January and then have several bullet points. How many weeks in a month? Or how many Thursdays? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in January. 1, 2, 3, 4 in February. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I'll do 5 bullet points on some sort of label thing. You like a stiff binder new 99, you know it. Oh, we poking holes. Yeah, we are. I have a hole punch. I bought that as well. But for each subject, I'm also going to put them together in a plastic wallet. Sorry, I'm very limited for space on my desk. But I'm also going to put a plastic wallet. I don't like getting these, but I managed to find a fairly good set. Where, let's say we're working on a story for multiple weeks, then I can put it all together in this. And it will be just a couple of pages, but I used to staple them together, and I think it led to a lot of work getting lost. So that's another plan. Let's see if they fit. They should fit. It's all standardized, isn't it? Should be all standardized. If I had the time and presence of mind, I would do a little January, February, March, April, like, little piece of artwork on each of them. But I do not have the presence of mind today. Today your girl feels sick. Cold and sleepy. Did a stupid and started watching a new TV show on Sunday night and got into it, and I'm 20 episodes in, about 7 hours of sleep total since. Oh, I'm so sorry. What series is it? Is it good? I need to find my scissors. Oh, they're on my desk. That's helpful. Thank you, past me. Trying to do clock maths. I gotta be up at 4 a.m. and trying to decide if I should sleep in a few hours or just all-nighter it. All-nighter it. Wow, is that right? The Rookie with Nathan. Oh, I love Nathan Fillion. Yes. I'm screenshotting that. Not screen cut, screenshot, my guy. Screenshot. How do I screenshot? Oh, I'll remember it. Also, I have news. Tell me. Yes, mommy. Yes, mommy. Let me open up Word, and I'm gonna make little labels. I'm gonna experiment with it. It's like Castle, but backwards in LA. Hell yeah. That sounds amazing. Book buyer the bookkeeper. Hello. What a great name. It's also the only time Newt has been called mommy. That's what you think. That's what you think. I mean, you'd be right, but that's what you think. I don't want no borders on all of this. But I want it to keep everything in the same place. Okay. January. I spelled that wrong. February. March. April. And then I shall do it with 4. No, I said 4 bullet points. One. Why is that getting rid of my bullet point? At the library! Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to the library. We're not usually filing, but today we are. The nerds are proud of you. Thank you. Windows Shift S for a screenshot, and if you adjust the area you want to screenshot. Isn't that a screen snap though? Nerd salutes. Somebody used it at work in front of me and I was astonished. I had no idea that that existed. We did 1, 2. Oh, stop it. 3, 4. It'd be fine once I've done it once because I'll be able to edit what I've done. Copy what I've done. I know what I'm saying. I have a brain today. And then these 4 bullet points will be labeled whatever prompt we're doing that day. And then everything will have a paper trail, and I'll be able to find everything that I've written over the year. I realize that you can't see what I'm doing, but once I print it out, you will see what I have done. It's so simple. Alright, let's make it bigger! I want it in Garamond, because there's no other font that should exist. Whether they do exist or not is another thing entirely. Let's put 5 bullet points in each. It looks nicer with 5. And there is an off chance that there will be 5 Thursdays in a month. There we go. Back to writing for me. Well, good luck, Book by the Bookkeeper. I really hope that you have all the inspiration and all of the motivation today. I'm sending it to you in as much capacity as I can. Best of luck. What's the difference? I don't know. Because you can't use that trick, unfortunately. No, I can't. But I can if I was to screenshot OBS. But I don't know if I can do that. Use the brain cell today. I've been looking for that. Mum said it's my turn with it. May I also have a chance to use the brain cell? Mine is broken. Oh no, book buyer. Good luck getting off Newt. I hold on to my brain cell. Can I print another 2 on that? Then it would be 6 per page, and that would be very satisfying. How do you add a table leg? Insert row below. Got it. March, April, May, June. I need to get rid of this bottom bit. Okay, delete. Delete cells. That's fine. They've only got 4. To be fair, I'm not going to need 5 bullet points for February. I'm going to need 3. Okay. Now I need these to be... I need these to be... to have no borders. There we go. You can't see what I'm doing at all, and I apologize for that. You'll be able to see it in a minute. Beautiful. I would like to print this, please. Let's see if my printer decides to be happy-go-lucky or no printy today. I need to organize. I didn't realize how much writing I had done in 2025. And my room had sort of been taken over by it, which is fine. But I did not account for how much space it was going to need. Especially considering how much I love to write on paper. Okay. Now we're moving, now we're grooving. Always plan for more, Synthesia? Is that a good name? Depends on the character. For me, that speaks to, like, a modernized android leaning towards a feminine name. I need the name 4 siblings. I got Coralina, Worgen, and 2 more. John. No, I feel like there should be, like, so Coralina, Wargon, they both got 2 syllables. So it depends whether you want to break the syllables or add more. It's for Black Iris. I see that now. How do you touch a table leg? Newt asking the real questions. When did I say that? I joined a fun live. I'm glad you think so. I'm glad you think so. Not if my story doesn't fit. And you've used... What have you used? C and W. If I would try and do a name that begins with D, so like Dreven, and then a name that begins with V. Like Vixen. Vixen's coming to my head. Pew, Barney, McGrew, Cuthbert, Dibble, Grub. Bronwyn's a great name. Sorry, Brolin made me think of Bronlyn. Victoria, that's a great name. I feel like V is definitely a good shout, because it goes with the W name quite well. Now, my printer says it's ready to print. Whether it is or not is up for debate. In the meantime, we can draw our little bits on here. Oh no, the pen's just not working. Pen, why you no work? I literally just refilled you. Is there something wrong with your tip? Oh, my printer did print. Oh, good printer. What I need to do is I've been using a bedroom for a home office, but it's also got to function as a bedroom and as a space for me to do other things. And so the home office stuff has ended up just flying around the room. January. So what I just designed and printed was just one of these. So I'm going to cut these up and then I'm going to stick them on the front of each page to keep track of whatever I've done in January, February, March, April, May, June. Also, hi chat. Stunna, long time no see. Great to see you. How you doing? Almost 2 years. Technically, yes. Technically, so am I, but it's from an old kid show. Is it? Are we an old kids TV show? I mean, we could be. Who knows? Oh, and it looks like it folds right on the midpoint. Ooh, that makes me happy. Alright, let's cut this up, not using scissors, because I don't think Twitch allows people to see sharp things online, just in case they come through the screen and bite you, I guess. No scissors on Twitch? I don't think so. Which boggles the mind for me, because you can show murder games with weapons, you can show hyper-realistic, like, horror games, and then it's like, in real life scissors is where they draw the line. Really? But mine is not to question why. Mine is only to bow to the Twitch gods. What are we doing? Oh, why is it not playing? Having fun isn't hard when you've got a library card. I'll sing it for you. I'm not sure why that didn't play. They're underwater people. 3 boys and 1 girl. Coralena is a pretty girl. Worgen is the future military commander or something because war. And the other 2 boys are the heir of the throne with a sciencey person. I kind of want a royal name for the heir, a sciencey one for the other sibling. If you wanted a royal name, there's a lot of English ones. Oh, it played! When you've got a library card. Hey! Names like William and Charles, if you wanted to go down that route. Peter, that's a good one. That would be English names. And then what was the other one? A sciencey person. I feel like Wagner would be a good one. Sharp things are a no-no. Holsters my wit. B. Murdoch. Oh, that's good. Despite everything, I still meet. This is good. Virident. I don't get no sharp things. I don't get it either. Hi, Bug. How you doing? Doc is a good part to use. Yeah, it is. Dockhart. Do you like Murdoch? I like Murdoch. Oh, I'm absolutely destroying this. I don't know whether I ever did cutting and sticking in school, but if I did, I definitely failed the class. That's what I've cut out. Got a little January sticker that will go right there, and then we would note down the 4 prompts that, the 5 or 4 prompts that we've used in January, and they'll be organised on there. This is where the sticky paper comes in. Charlie, best name. I love Charlie. Hansel, Irish. For a huge spider in my room, I'm not sleeping tonight. Has it disappeared? I'm not sure where you live, Bug, but in England, the biggest spiders are usually the most harmless. They're usually brown house spiders, and they're usually females looking for a place to lay eggs. But they usually don't lay eggs in houses, so they're just browsing. They're browsing, and they'll stay the night, and then they'll go away. January! Spiders are good for getting rid of bugs. Yes, they are. Think about all the mosquitoes you don't have to deal with this winter. Hey, Black Iris. I feel like I should write these down too, the next time I'm hankering for a name. Because I get stuck on names a lot. My most uninspired thing was I had a set of twins in a story once, and I literally called them Jack and Jackie. Because I had the parent not decide to name them individual names because they didn't know she was going to have twins. That's how uninspired I was. Just call them Jack and Jackie, that'd be fine. Not even Jack and Jill, just Jack and Jackie. Here's Mark. Okay, I'm here for good now. Well, thank you, Brian. If you're in Australia, good. Do not sleep. If you're in Australia, don't worry about it, because if a spider's going to get you, you don't have a choice. So today we're not writing, we're crafting a thing about writing. Exactly. But if you guys wanted to write, if you guys wanted to get on with your projects, if you guys want to discuss your projects, what you're getting on with, if you guys need inspiration, names, anything, then I'm here for that too. Because all I'll be doing is cutting and sticking and making this binder into what I hope will be a nice little organised filing system for this year. Watch me get the months in the wrong order. I will. PC has been purchased! No way, Jinx! That's amazing news! Oh, I can't wait to see you stream. That's gonna be amazing! Tell me everything. What model? What make? What software? Hardware? What do you got? Australia is like Fallout with their creatures. Everything is 50% bigger and 100% more dangerous. Everything has more eyes than it should. No, you're not for names. You just said it. If you're in Australia, if you can see the spider, it's already too late. If you can see the spider, that means a contract has been taken out in the Spider-Verse for your life. I want to make sure I see a cricket match. Yeah. A black PC? A PC? Go Super Saiyan! Yes! Go, what is it? Plus Ultra! I'm getting into My Hero Academia. I'm not gonna say that I'm a sad anime nerd, but My Hero Academia has made me cry 3 times now. And it's really good. I'm kind of tempted to turn everything in my life My Hero Academia themed. What if I just put a picture of All Might on this folder? All Might just inspires me. Alright, that's January. Spider-Verse, yeah, the Spider-Verse. Haven't heard of the Spider-Verse? It's a thing. Yeah, with all the Spider-Mans. England too, I want to go to Lords. Do it. Come to England, come see me. Which version of All Might, though? So, I would choose, this is really anime nerd, I would choose the version of All Might where he only has one super arm, but he goes up against One for All anyway. And he defeats him, even though he's so injured and damaged He just charges up one arm and he tries his best. That sticker's a little messy, but you know what? February's a little messy anyway. You got Valentine's Day in February. You think I'm not going to be arguing with people in February? Of course I am. Sorry, being a smartass. We're doing this. You be a smartass as much as you want. This is what the channel is for. Do you want to go to England? They stab people there and say weird things like "in it" or "bruv." I grew up in an area where "in it" or "bruv" were. I never said them, but they were rampant. January, February, March is the 3rd. Yes. Shit, Valentine's Day. I should start planning now. It's been a rough year for my marriage, and I need to make it right. Absolutely. I say "in it" all the time here. Well, it's just like. In school, it was all like, what you chatting? What you chat? Don't step up to me, bruv. And at some point, you sort of get, I don't know whether it was my break from the school system, but at some point you just sort of get removed from it and you realise how silly it sounds. But some people never got removed from it. Some people still talk that way. Ooh, those are your stats. Let me see. Grub was used very loosely. Expand list OC UK Gaming Pyro. So is that Overclockers UK? Is that an Overclockers PC? Motherboard, MD5. Oh, 2 terabytes for storage. Yes, please. RAM 2x16. Very good. 9060. Yes. That must have been expensive. You didn't start planning yet? How dare you? Yeah, you should be planning on New Year's Day. Sorry for the crazy message, but there's the specs. Thank you, Jinx. I would love to be in the position to get a new PC. Or even a PC, because I've done all my streaming. I've done all my streaming, all my writing work and everything from the same laptop for the last 5 years. And don't get me wrong, the laptop's an absolute trooper. But I know that its days are numbered. I've been having a look at the Overclockers website, as recommended by Mr. Greggles in one of his late night streams. He has these cool little late night streams that he does sometimes where he's not drumming. The viewership is kind of low, which I feel sad about because he deserves a bit more. But anyway, it gives him more time to chat to people one-on-one in chat. And I was asking him about PCs and the Overclockers website, and I have scoped out a PC that I really want. Pretending that most of what I do is guessing. I don't understand a huge amount, but RAM means speed, and terabytes is space. I don't know what that was, but schwing. Rubber's not a word I heard until I watched Taskmaster Series 19 and heard Fatia Al Ghuri spelling say it. I don't know who that is, but Taskmaster would be the time to do it. Ah yes, the weather is weird. Oh, you do have an OCPC? You do! Fucking ads. I'm so sorry! 30 seconds of ads. I'm so sorry, hold on to me! That's saving for 6-ish months for you. Oh, my goodness. Getting ads for Hims products. Oh yeah, those kind of products. Instead a big ant colony make their home in the big tape dispenser inside my desk drawer. Do you know what's interesting about that bug? Is the tape dispensers are full of sand to keep them heavy. So inside there, I bet it felt like a dream to the ants. Oh my goodness, Jinx with the 2 gifted subs. Holy moly. Thank you so much. You're about to start a hype train. Thank you for the gifted sub to Sternalbird. Please enjoy the ad-free time, the emotes, and thank you, Jinx, for the community support. And thank you for the gifted sub to Brian. Please enjoy the ad-free time. Please enjoy the emotes, and thank you for the community support. That is really, really nice. I've never searched for anything related. I mean, okay. Cookies kind of mess you up because I did not. I am a woman. This feels like a press release now. I'm a woman, but that does not mean that I need an email from Ann Summers on the daily at 6 p.m. But I do. I've never looked at them. Holy moly, there is a hype train. Let me catch up with chat. Thanks, Jinx. I owe you a sandwich. I'll take it, Sterno. Yeah, you will. I'm a poor boy from a poor... I'm just a poor boy from a poor family. When you're the woman. Jinx, holy moly, with the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so, so much. That is incredible. Thank you to the gifted sub. Thank you for the gifted sub. To Bug, Book Buyer, Blau Chips, Tobias, and Dragon. That's a kind of a good name as well. Go for Dragon. Please enjoy the ad-free time and the emotes. And thank you so much for these 7 subs, Jinx. That is incredibly generous, especially on a random Wednesday. And that's phenomenal. Thank you so much. And we have a hype train. It's already at level 3, which is incredible. So Jinx, you will get some hype train emotes. Aw, Black Iris. Thank you for the subscription at tier 1. And for the 10-month streak. Holy moly. I would not have guessed it would be 10 months. Time flies when you're having fun. Thank you so much, Black Iris. I appreciate that. And that's taken the hype train up a bit, and you should get some hype emotes. That last bit of PC fun needed using. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. And you deserve a good PC, Jinx. You tried so hard to make the old PC and the laptop work and do what it needs to do, and you troubleshooted it for so long that I think you deserve some time where things are just sort of easy. You deserve some ease of use. You know what I mean? Oh, I never wrote on the little tab. I'm distracted by the hype train. That is so incredibly generous. All I'm doing is writing little files. All I'm doing is filing. Thank you, Jinx. I hope you get ideas all the time. I hope the writer's block never comes for you. I hope both sides of your pillow are cool today. That filing woman? Yes, that's me. That's why I've titled it the single most exciting thing to ever be streamed on Twitch. Is this not the single most exciting thing you've ever seen? But that's... Shall I do 12 or shall I do... January, February, March, April. Yeah, let's just do the months first, and then I can do things like completed files, to be typed up, to be beta read. I could even do a beta bit in here, where I keep an eye on everything that I've yet to beta and yet to review. April, May. Taking the old one down to the local PC place and asking them to wipe it, and hopefully if I can sell them the graphics card as it's brand new. Yes, do, because you've only just bought that. I'm sure they'd take it. I need to take some of my old technology. I have one laptop, one tablet, and 2 broken phones. But I don't know where to take them. I don't know whether to recycle them or whether to try and send them somewhere and be like, can you give me some cash back on this? But then, you know, if it's like a £700 laptop and they give me £7 cash back, I'm just gonna be like, well, what's the point? But I could get a new mouse or something. You can strip it for parts, exactly. Donate the phones to a rage room. It could, actually. They are properly broken. Just make sure to wipe it first. Well, I can't turn it on to wipe it. Do you know how to wipe something that you can't even turn on? Or is that wiped because nobody can access it? That's my issue. And part of the reason I haven't donated them. Not that I have anything incriminating on there, but I'd prefer it if nobody had my full name or my email. 30 seconds left on that hype train. Thank you so much. Thermite will wipe it. Hammer. Use a hammer. That's it. You've earned yourself more SAS passes. Yeah, yeah. That's for a nerd who's more of a nerd than this nerd to answer. I like the way you answered that. That's for a nerd who's nerdier than I, and that is saying something. Don't look at the scissors. They're not on stream. Don't look at the scissors. There are no scissors here. Oh, I got a hype chest. Why do I get a hype chest? Thank you so much for the hype train level 3 at 29%. I've got I've got that emote and I love it. Thank you so much. I don't computer that much, but there's a guy that I sometimes raid out to called Mr. Greggles. He's primarily a drummer, but he does a lot of software development. And he was advising me recently on what sort of thing to get, and his advice was better than anything that I have gotten in years. He was so good at, I don't want to say dumbing it down for me, but he was so good at making it understandable for me. I think I saw some scissors there. No, you didn't. You didn't see nothing. So stupid that Twitch can't show scissors. I don't know whether it's like, whether it would be able to detect it and then it would insta-ban or anything, but you're not supposed to. But you're allowed to play like games like Sons of the Forest with hyper-realistic people that you can cut their heads off with an axe. You can show that, but you can't show scissors in real life, which I think is just kind of weird. He must have worked in IT at some point. I think he did. And he's developed his own app and his own OBS software, which I will be switching to at some point. It's called Atom. Because it's got the ease of the user in mind, which I really love, because a lot of the stuff when I first started streaming was not accessible and it was a steep learning curve. What does IT stand for? I never thought about it till now. Something technology. And his own cipher. I know, and we still haven't figured it out, Pale. 2026 is the year. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. The goal without the aid from streamers. This is true. Except if you run with choppy things, you can't hurt cannibals. This is true. You can't technically hurt pixeled cannibals. It's July, August, September, October, November. How'd I spell November wrong? It's the month in which I'm born. December. Alright, let's print that. Intellectual Techno Boy? Internet thingy. Institute of Technology. These are good guesses. Information and Technology. That might be it. That one it might be. I like this one. It's January, woman. There might be rain in that November. Maybe. Maybe. It's raining me. Hallelujah. HP, why you no print? I'm using the smart print queue, which means it should be. No print jobs. That's a lie. Oh, there it goes. She printing. I'm a December boy. Hey! We winter babies. We might have a November rain. That we might do. And currently, I am the answer to life, the universe, and everything. Probably the oldest person in the room. You're gonna be 42. Raining you. Hey, Jinx. Just got back from an Italian restaurant. If I eat more, I'll explode. Eat more, do it. Summer babies, if you ask me. I'm already 42 as of last month. Oh, well, happy belated birthday. You are the answer to life, the universe, and everything now. Enjoy that. Enjoy the knowledge. What was the name of the computer in that? Did the computer have a name? I remember that it was voiced by Helen Mirren in the movie. And I just remember that being like the most randomly cool thing. Deep thought, that's it. Probably Charlie. I don't know, I've never actually read the book. I've not read the book, but I've seen the film. Despises summer, loves the sun, and hates the heat. Oh, that's a vibe, Jinx. I hate the heat too. It's what I named my PC. Deep thought. That's great. That's great. 20th? Oh, that's so close to Christmas. So you have your birthday and then it's 4 days and then Christmas? I'd merge them. I'd make myself Santa Claus. I own the books. If you come over, you could read them. This is true, actually. I remember you buying them. And I might do. If you have a library, that's going to tempt me in better than any candy in a van could. AG, no way! You guys are really close. You guys are obliged to be besties now. And also talk zodiacs. Candy started doing... To mention something Candy started doing that you'd be proud of. Tell me! Tell me everything. Born in December, are you Jesus? Walk quick. Walk on some water. Throw him in some water. And then we'll see. If he floats, he's Jesus. If he drowns, he isn't Jesus, and we're in trouble. Thank you, Fail. Xmas doesn't start until the 21st when I was younger. Oh, I love that. I'm the one who pushes Christmas in my house. I would like the Christmas tree to be up in November. Even though my birthday's at the end of November. I like it. Christmas spirit. I'm still in a Christmassy mood, I think. I don't think it's past yet for me. That's a bad cut. I made a bad cut on December. We might play some royalty music today. Not that I'm already tired of the lo-fi. The royalty-free lo-fi, but... I want to have some fun. I wasn't going to stream today because I felt so nauseous. And vertigo-y. So I'm glad I have. September, November, and then December. I don't know how I cut December so unevenly, but I did. Oh, I'm so sorry for that. They made sure to keep me separate, so I was still special. 21st, we went out to get the tree. Oh, that's lovely. So you are Jesus. Mm-hmm. Can you start seeing a therapist? So far it's going well. We're doing one positive thing said before bed, and I'm reading to her to help her sleep. Oh, yes, I read the spicy stuff too. Yeah, you did. It's surprisingly effective for sleep. Who knew? Yeah, it is. You weren't going to stream today, the day I came? So I've posted in Discord. Are you part of the Discord, Sternal? I'm not sure. But I posted in Discord the stream plan for this year. And essentially this month is going to be a bit tricky because I've come off of my management meds for another test. And it gives me such bad, like, vertigo, nausea feeling. I feel like I'm on a boat right now. And that's really unfortunate. But it means that sometimes I can't play games because the changing around the viewpoint and the running around in first person view makes me more dizzy. So I wasn't going to stream today because it was supposed to be Overwatch, but I decided to do something in person instead. Once I go to college, high school and college, I didn't care about it anymore. I was in single digits and preteen. They were adamant about keeping me separate from it. That's really nice that they did that for you, though. Oh, everyone here is glad I came. Yeah, we are, Sternal. But I never look at it. Just drowned despite other swimming lessons since I was a kid. Stop trying the drugs, Mum, and just sell them. I like the taste. Keeps my mind engaged outside my own thoughts. Absolutely. I used to listen to... Well, I still do sometimes. I used to listen to the Doctor Who. They're not technically audiobooks. They're like audio acting. And they used to really help me sleep. And I'm really proud of Candy for doing that. I hope it works out for her. It's an idea perhaps for later down the line. Absolutely. I hope it goes really well for her. Everyone deserves therapy in this day and age. June, July, it's August next. Don't let me get the months wrong, because I will. Scatterbrained as I am at the moment. I'm going to make a guess. I think I've been live for 10 minutes. How long have I been live? 46 minutes. Okay, that's not the most surprising one. Time just flies. I plan to stream for 3 hours and it never feels like 3 hours. And when I get to the end of it, I always feel like I want to do more. But then that will knock me out the next day, so I shouldn't. There's August. Next one. September, and then October, November, December. I know the order of the months. The issue is that I need to start from the beginning to know the order of the months. So if you were to ask me what month is September, I would have to go January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, and then I would know it was the 9th. I couldn't just say September is the 9th month because I wouldn't know that. September? Mm-hmm. Not here. Psychologists here are terrible. Are they, Snugglebird? That's true, Brian. This is true. It has to be books that you're not being like, oh my god, what's going to happen next? Because you've got to be able to chill if they're going to help you sleep. I used to read, oddly enough, I used to read Hunger Games, and that used to soothe me. But I think it was genuinely because I'd read them before and I knew exactly what was going to happen and when. Where's here? Here is here. Wait, ask the woman. Let's see if she remembers. Where am I from, woman? Argentina is my first guess. All good, Jinx. Enjoy the dinner and movies. Thanks for stopping by, and thank you so much for those 7 gifted subs. Holy moly, that was so kind, and for starting the hype train. You know, if you spell Jason through November, the first letter of each month, you get Jason. Hang on. Do you know if you spell Jason through November, the first letter of each month, you get Jason? What? Do you mean January, April, September, October, November? Bye, Jinx. Have a good night later. Say hi to Candy for us. Absolutely do. Hi, Goose. How you doing? Yep, you are right. I'm actually right. Did I get it right? No way. I remembered. Argentina. June through November. June, July. Oh, you're right. Yeah. I was thrown off by the J. I thought that would for sure mean January. I'm good. What you writing? So, I do writing club streams on Thursdays. But I realised that I wasn't prepared to start the writing streams in 2026 because I hadn't done a file for this year. So while we are not technically writing today, we are filing and getting the file ready to receive writing. But if anyone wants to write and if anyone needs help writing or needs inspiration, then please put it in chat. I belong to the Great Argentinian Empire. Yes, you do. You run the Great Argentinian Empire. July, August, September, October, November. Jason, hey! So all you'd need to know is what month July is, which is the 7th? Cool filing. Thank you! I bought some new filing stuff. They're Oxford University files. I managed to find a set of 3 on Amazon for £11, which was really good value. I think the 3 files were as expensive as the file dividers, which is weird. And I bought it all, and I'm ready to start using it. Our last year's file was very homemade, is what I would call it. I now have a printer as well, so I'm utilizing that to make little labels. To label the projects and the prompts that we're going to do, because we're going to do a prompt a month. But if we do more than that, I am happy to write those in as well, so I've included 5. That's October. We need to do 2 more, November and December. And then once those are done, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more to fill. So I need to have a think about what I'm going to put on those. One that I had in my previous file was to be typed up. The other one that I had was retired projects. I'm not sure. Let me look at the old file. This is our old file. To be typed up. Vocal works in progresses. Thank you, Bug. Let me stretch. I'm not necessarily separating vocal from writing club, so I don't think I'll do that again. Real cool Oxford file. Thank you. Well, I mostly do art, but I'm interested in writing as well. Lovely Goose. What kind of art do you do? Genres. Those are probably better categories. I like genres. To be typed up, beta reading list. Beta reading list needs to be on there. Because beta reading is something that I took on last year quite unexpectedly. And I've really enjoyed it. So I can go visit the beta reading list when I've got writer's block. So there'd always be something to do. November, you are testing me. You are testing my patience, November. Do sketching. I'm really bad at painting. I did an attempt. This is an attempt. Alright? Bear in mind, this is an attempt. I hadn't done watercolors in over 10 years. We did a charity stream at the end of last year. Or, well, it was at the end of the year, so it feels like it was just a little bit ago. But the whole point was to design bookmarks. And I raised money for bumblebees. And this was my attempt at a tree bee. It's multi-medium because I did have to get some felt tip and fine liners involved to get the hairs and to get the black. But the whole point was to put it on a little bookmark, a little printable bookmark that we could all have. So I tried my hand at painting recently, and I love it. I missed it. Much better than my genre idea. I like your genre idea. Really bad at painting. I never understood water content. I am okay at understanding water content. My issue is I usually mix it too concentrated. Head off study stress? Yeah, that's already so good. Thank you! I tried my best. I remember you doing this. Thank you. I was expecting the yellow robot. The bees! That's cute, really. Thank you. The bestest girl is live. Jerry! The bestest girl is in my chat. Hi, how you doing? I love that painting too. Thank you. Cupcake! Hey, baby. But that was my most recent attempt at art. And in the second phase of this year's streaming, which will run from... Hang on. February, March. April to June, I will be attempting... Is it in the second phase or is it in... No, I'll be crafting in the second phase. In the third phase, the third quarter of the year, I'll be taking a course in some sort of sketching. I was thinking of maybe doing comic book type art. And over 3 months, I'm hoping to quote unquote learn to draw. I'm so bad at art. It depends how minded you are towards it. I am not naturally minded to art. How are you, cutie boy? I have the plague. Jerry, no! Can I catch it from you so we can sub together? Sneeze into my mouth! So, like, do you write stories? Yes, I write short stories. I am in the process... Oh my goodness, Pale. I'm in the process of writing longer stories, but I've kept them all off stream. So on stream, I write poetry and short stories. Going to be sent to a distant island like Australia? Yes. Quarantine Island. Pale, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub to Jerry. That is so kind. There have been so many gift subs today. That is so, so lovely. Yes, your emote is up, Jerry. Thank you so much for doing it for me. I'd like to leave a review, but I'm not sure if I can do it because it was a gift from Pale. So would I send the review to Pale and then Pale would post it using his email? I'm not sure. But I'd love to post a review for you. I adore it. And thank you so much, Pale. Jerry, enjoy the ad-free time and the emotes. Well, one of the emotes that you made. And And thank you for the community support, Pale. What genres did you do? I would love to know. So, I do a mix of genres. In 2017, I started on a website called Vocal with the intention to genre hop and to write as much as I could in genres that I didn't like. So I tried the genres that I don't like and that I don't think I'm naturally skilled at are horror and poetry. Poetry, I found that after enough practice, I liked it. Horror, I found that I couldn't write too much of it, but I did enjoy it as a writing exercise, especially trying to build tension. But the things that I like to write are fantasy and classics. Because I wrote let me show you. Can I show you? Do I even have one? I might not even have one. I don't think I even have a copy of my own book. I'll find it another time. I should have it on stream. But I published a short story last year of fables, which I guess would come under classics or animal stories. And I really, really enjoyed writing those. It's going to be a 3-part series. It's the first time I've published off of the Vocal website as well. So it's been an adventure. I'm building up to write novels. Swear us Brits and our criminals. I think the time frame has ended, but I'll add it to it as a caption to the portfolio. Yes, please! I missed you so much, Newton. I missed you too, Jerry! And they made their own nation who knows how to battle the wilderness, and for some reason is okay with spiders like that. Jerry had to suffer with my presence while you were away, Nude. I can't do horror. Comedy seems to be tough as well in prose. Comedy is hard because you never know how it's going to hit, and a lot of comedy is in the delivery of the lines. More kangaroos than citizens in Uruguay, and that alone can conquest a country. Didn't somebody do a calculation on that, and they found that if they did a calculation of how many people a kangaroo can take out, and they said if all the kangaroos turned against the people, they could technically conquer the globe. You're only using me as a notepad. Yeah, that's me. No, Fail, come back. Need a lot of creativity. That's the thing that I have. Naturally, I have a lot of creativity, and I'm okay with world building. I will sit and build a world and put it in all the intricate detail, and I will love it, and it will be my baby. But when it comes to actually putting a character into it and creating a story in it, I suck. I can't do it. Totally, wasn't typing in your DMs for a note for later. Oh yeah, Jerry. You and Pale having a little on the side. 3 or 4 kangaroos, I think. No, not the globe, just Uruguay. Oh, so somebody ran the numbers on Uruguay. Humanity collects stats on the stupidest things. I love it when it does, though. Romantasy. I have been trying to write... Okay. I've been trying to write... This is a little bit of a peek behind the curtain, because I don't put this on stream at all, and I don't know if it will ever be a thing. But I've been trying to write a novel, and the leading woman... Okay, there's 2 leading women who are just friends. And one of them's the primary character, one of them's the secondary character. The secondary character is supposed to go and fall in love. She's supposed to have a bit of a thing for the primary character, but then she's supposed to go and fall in love with a completely different side character. But the way I've written her level of intimacy with the primary character, I kind of just want them to get together now. But that would be too easy, because I'm only 5 chapters into the entire thing. Sure, it's been around for a while, absolutely. Yeah, that's cool, right? Every Uruguayan must fight 14 kangaroos. Do they start training now? Sent her deck pics to DMs, and no, that's not a typo. Deck pics, hello. 47 million kangaroos against 3.7 Uruguayans. I think without modern technology, I think the kangaroos would win. Take them from you in a heartbeat, for real, for real. You'd kidnap Pale. Just friends, historians will call them roommates. No, but there's this scene in the first one where the primary character, because of the fantasy world sort of encroaching upon her world, they have a sleepover. And I'm trying to highlight how how skittish the secondary character is around the primary character, because she is sort of in love with her, sort of confused about her, and is also coming to terms with a cultural difference from her homeland, which is where the fantasy land is. And so I'm trying to have that work, and also have the primary character have a non-committal expression of admiration for the secondary character. And yes, to admire her, but to not feel anything romantically. And so I'm in this place where the primary character is admiring the secondary character is in love with the primary character, and I don't know how to resolve that and have the secondary character just go off with another person. Because I'm really bad at it. Two leading women who are just friends. Doomed Yuri, for real. Sounds like something on Epic Battle Simulator. I thought about getting Epic Battle Simulator, but I know that I'd want to make it bigger, and my laptop couldn't handle that. The only thing I can write is yearning, so pop off queen. Oh, there's lots of yearning in this book. The issue is that the secondary character's romantic interest in the primary character is under so many conditions and lies. And the trust is all built on lies. And so once all the lies come to fruition, the primary character is going to hate the secondary character. And so she is going to have to consciously decide to take a step back. Otherwise, she's going to break her own heart. I mean, there'll be a bit of heartbreak. But they never promised each other anything. Jerry has already looked up plane ticket prices. Just a tweet from a random that got attention. Don't call me out. You coming to us, Jerry? Come on. Come here. Come here. Lysol MX. Okay, that is January to December all sorted. I have made the executive decision to not add any categories at the back until I need them, because I will know what I need when I need it. But I want to label... Do I fill this? Oh god, there's not enough room. There's a label here that needs filling in. And do I want to just put in big bold lettering writing 2026? Or just 2026? I only really have fine liners. I was thinking about it, Jerry. Come see us. Where would you go if you came here? Writing 2026, baby. Big writing 2026 is good. It's Pale's bed. I mean, explore. Caught in 4K. You got caught in 4K. Can you use things like a thesaurus or rhyming word generators, because sometimes it's hard to find the right word? I will answer that by showing you something on camera. I have two little friends on my desk. You can explore my bed. It's quite small, so we will have to snuggle up to share it. And it's cold in England, so you'll have to snuggle up anyway. Those are my two friends, and I love them. If you ever want me to look up anything in these, I'm happy to do it. Snuggle, nestle, curl up, huddle, cuddle up, nuzzle, settle, snug down. I would never complain about cuddling. Me neither. Slow down, Pale. I'm taking notes here. You should get a room. Yeah, you should. That's the idea. I think they're trying to do just that. Absolutely. I mean, my chat is a room. My chat is a room. You can get jiggy in here. I won't look. I might look. Let me get some plastic files in there. So if I'm doing one prompt per month, you just take a chunk out. If I'm doing one prompt per month, then I would put that prompt and any work to do with it in one of these plastic wallets, one or two of these plastic wallets. And then I would put anything else that I wrote in either separate paper or plastic wallets as well. Because the big problem that I had with my old file is that things were getting stained and things were getting damaged. And some of my ink wasn't doing so well. Not that I put my files through that much. We're not living in a wilderness. It's a cozy bedroom. But I still managed to get things messed up. Snug down. Oh my. My George Tacky voice. Oh my. A room? No, I want his room. Damn! No, it's just look, you're actually recording the chat. Yeah, I am. You don't know what cameras I've got in what walls? Stains must have been those centerfolds you were collecting. You know it. You know it. I'll tell you what I've been doing. I've been printing off RPGs. Because I'm really getting into them. I want to play some solo RPGs on the channel at some point. And I would like to write my own RPG, but I think that requires a lot of research and a lot of playing RPGs first. Because I feel like I should... Oh, that's upside down. I feel like I should experience it as a player first. Digging through my old writing files and found a one-page thing and I like, yeah, RPGs, real pretty girls. You know it. You know it! I've also got to digitize years worth of notes that's in various notebooks that's to do with a project that I have revived but not retired. And it was perhaps a poor decision to revive it before digitizing the notes. That was stupid. RPG? Who do you want to explode? Everyone in chat. Look out! Never mind, you can keep it nude. What do you mean? What happened? It's falling apart. I'll gladly run you through a one-shot RPG. I would love that. At the moment, I want to work through... I mean, it's not just an excuse to buy fancy dice, but I do need some dice. I want to run through Escape from Castle Dracula, which is a really cool... It's a free RPG. I couldn't believe it was free because it's so detailed. That uses a pack of cards and a single dice. Something to track lives as well. You need 5 candles. And you try and escape through Castle Dracula. And I thought it was really cool and really imaginative. The way that they've designed the monsters and the way that they've used the pack of cards to design 54 or 58 different rooms. And I think I would like to do that. I think if I was to write an RPG, then I would go through that system like that. I would use a pack of cards because it's a really nice way to keep track of what you've written and what you haven't written. Everything's free when there are no cops watching. No! Jerry's such a cutie pie. Bam! Jerry immediately starts weeping. No, Jerry. I may have sent a couple of DMs. What did you do? Running has actually made my mood better after getting rejected by my straight school crush today. Oh, boo! I'm sorry. Rejection is a part in every person's life, especially if they turn out to be straight. And we're here. We're here. If you need support, we're here. Growing up not straight can be absolutely brutal. But we've been through it. Well, some of us have. And I'm glad my mood has been made better. Bam! Hi! What's up, friends? What's happening? We're not writing and not reading, despite being in the writing and reading category. We're filing! Aren't you excited, fam? It's a brand new folder. The friend of the cat, Tom. Tom and Jerry. Oh, Tom and Jerry was everything. Did anyone else get really, like, freaked and existential over the episode where Tom is ascending to heaven. He's died. And he's ascending to heaven. And then the devil tries to get him. And then he has to get Jerry to sign a certificate of forgiveness in order to not be burned for the rest of his life. And isn't it that he doesn't sign the certificate of forgiveness and he ends up going to hell? But anyway, it all ends up at the end that Tom has taken a nap too close to the fire and it was a dream. But there was something about the music in that episode that was like really freaky and existential. Damn autocorrect. What was it? Ah yes, filling my suite. We are fighting. Looking for the Tom to your Jerry. Someone to chase you around. She says she's like 0.5% bi, but I'm not mask enough low, so I gotta suffer. That's... She's figuring out her type, and if she wants to limit herself to the superficial qualities like that, then I'm afraid it's her loss. That is all I will say. The dream at the end, a spark from the fire fell on his tail. Yeah, he took a nap too close to the fire. But there's something about the music in that episode that's really freaky. My well called Tom, but I can do this. I can do this. Fancy words. Do you remember Nyum Nyum Nyum? I still don't know how people made the Num Nyum Nyum, the U in the Num Nyum Nyum. Nyum Nyum Nyum. Put me down. Never surrender. We used a lot of these, even just putting 3 per month. I think a to be typed up and a beta read thing would be good.
I only get naked at the library.
I only get naked at the library, and that's true. I only get naked at the library. It's the only place I shower. Ladies are just pretty. I understand my sister being almost exclusively attracted to them. I love that level of understanding, Bam, where someone will be like afraid to come out as a lesbian, and then the men on the other side of the spectrum that either be like, don't talk about it, or they'd be like, same. Ladies, right? Thank you, B, for handing in your channel points / books and for getting naked at the library. I can do this. How, Brian? Brian, did you hack the system? What is happening? Brian, what is this magic? Let me write a list, because I'm good at those. I'm trying to read this in Filipino. Of course, women. Ladies are pretty. Ladies are pretty. Ladies are pretty. Okay, so we've done Jan to December. To be typed up. Retired. Beta. Because I'd like to print out some of my beta reads and use a highlighter on them, because that's how I function easier. Kind of different. My parents just said they knew stuff, but I have to keep it a secret till I move out somewhere else in a region with LGBT rights at least. Oh, okay. If you're going to be punished by the government, then that's fair enough, Goose. But that's so sad that they said to keep it a secret. I'm so sad that that happened. I'm superior. You're finished. Pale's just got a Jerry right now. I'm a Route 1 man. Ladies be pretty, and there's nothing wrong with liking someone's appearance. Out loud occasionally, because sometimes a compliment is just a compliment and can make someone feel better. Yes! That's the thing about complimenting women that I think that some men find quite difficult, where they will only pay compliments if they think that they're going to get something in return for it, rather than just being like, oh, you look stunning in that, and it just being an offhand comment. Cherries! Love it! Notepad can use this font from Word, can it? It isn't illegal here, but all my relatives are bad, so okay. Then it's nuanced. I've known a lot of queer people in my time, and I know people from places where it is so illegal it's 10 years in jail, and I know people from places where you can pretty much do anything you like and it's just accepted. So there's a huge spectrum of that, but your family unit makes a huge difference, because that is a small community in which you are in. My small community is fairly okay, but there's some small prejudices and there's some small weaponizations of my queerness that I don't always like. But I am able to be myself, so I'm good. That wouldn't be codified and I needn't worry anymore. Oh, do you know what? I was thinking... So, Bam. Have you ever done any actual coding? Has anyone here done any actual coding? I've been looking into making apps and making games. I don't think that I have the skill to make one on my own, but I have ideas for stories for games, and things like that. And I don't know, I've been looking into it. Vampires don't reflect on mirrors, this is true. Lies from the human being! Pale wants to dominate you is different. Pale in public. What kind of relationship tantrums are happening here? You know, they're in a sexually charged mod streamer relationship. And you know what? I accept that. And I will put them in their little makeout corner. None of that would be safe. He hurts you because he loves you. The less toxic relationship. You know what? I would accept that. I'm toxic too. Yes, I have some codies. Wow, no English though, apparently. That's okay. That's good. I might message you about it. What sort of coding have you done? I've done statistical coding at uni and I've forgotten all of it. But I've never done coding in a game engine. I downloaded a game engine and I was thinking I would start with something like Scratch and make a tiny little game where I don't know whether I would draw or whether I would commission the sprite, but I'll get a little game where a little sprite has to do something like climb a hill or jump over a river, and then I would get used to commanding what it's like when you press the up key, the side keys, the space key, that sort of thing, and I would start there. I made a Minecraft mod before. Did you, Pale? What did it do? Visual Basics and a little C++, but way back in my nerdy youth. AB! The thing is, when you look it up, there's so many websites that are now pushing AI, and they're saying, make your own app, make your own game using AI. And people use it, and there are gaps and issues and really bad UI. And they don't know, because they've never learned how to code, how to go back into the code and fix it. And so they abandon it. So I don't want to use AI. I want to build whatever I'm building way from the ground up, which will take much longer. But I will learn what to do. Maybe try GDevelop. It's a simplified game engine. I've never heard of that. I'm opening it on Chrome right now. Thank you. Pale is a mod, so he has power over us. Yes, he's actually a mod of Earth. So when God was first creating Earth, he asked some mods just to create some sort of randomized nonsense. Pale is actually responsible for all of the kangaroos. It's a slight error. He added a couple of zeros when he didn't mean to. And that's why he got kicked out of the God team. Both Jerry and Newt, if I go too far, tell me. Always, Pale, always. You never do, don't worry. Princess Bodyguard love story is all... Oh my god, write it down. Make it into a book. Do you feel that subtle tug on your leash? Oh yeah, I do. Never far enough. JavaScript mostly, but I'm not good at it. I'm also thinking of making the village thing I'm doing in stream, but making an app for me and my friends to use. Bam, that would be so cool. So you're thinking of making so that village thing, the thing that we just added the big fire to. So you would make that into an app. What would that look like? Would that have sprites, or would it be an atmospheric app? Or would it be that you unlock the aspects of the room? Still a superior being. You are the superior Stuntlebird. This is her channel. This is true. I am the god here, for some reason. God owes me $5, so I'm above pale. Made a little mod that allows you to smelt totems of undying for gold and a lot of XP. Wait, that's really cool and also really intricate. How did you do that? What program did you use? The MC server still alive? Yes, it is, Sternalbird. If you want to hop on, there is a expression of interest form in the Minecraft section of my Discord channel. If you can fill that out and put your username in it, then I can add you. God hasn't realised it wasn't a rounding error. I had to buff them to make sure they couldn't take on the Canadian geese I accidentally ate. Do you know, there's room for a story there. There's room for a story, a fictional piece about a well-meaning angel helping God create the world, but whatever he makes can't help but to be awful, and so he keeps making things more awful to make sure that the awful things can't take over. Do you know what I mean? Like, I made this awful poisonous spider, so to balance it out I made this awful poisonous snake. And everyone else is creating tigers and fluffy puppies and things like that. And this guy is just panicking. You and I are using the same website, aren't we? Tell me. More atmospheric, just seeing the village grow. Simple stuff. Adding words, Twitch API integration. That should be doable. See, Bam, you say that should be doable. When I look at that's like climbing a mountain. And I want to bridge that gap of knowledge. I want to learn. Adding words, Twitch API integration should be doable. So you would have that as an app on... What would that be an app on? Would it be an app on Twitch? Would it be an app on Google? Or would it be a downloadable app that you would share in your Discord that people could download direct from you? There's an underflow ever. They're supposed to be even more friendly than a golden retriever, but I went too low and it went to max aggression, kind of what like Civilization did for Gandhi. I so want someone to write that story, to talk about the parameters and be like, so I boosted their friendliness, but I also took down their cuddliness and it balanced out, and anyway, in the end they just ended up being super territorial. What I have to do to play the server? Yes, there is a form sitting in the Minecraft section of my Discord server. It should be called Scriberverse Expression of Interest. If you could fill that form out, and the most crucial part of that form is to give me your username so that I can add you to the whitelist of the server. We started the new server the day before yesterday, on Monday. Truly, later versions can have all sorts of stupidness. How is Cosmo? Yeah! He's pretty good. He had his... So, he's a bougie dog, as you know. He's an expensive boy. And every month, he goes for red laser therapy. Which is... It's good for managing inflammation. And it's good for managing arthritis. I'm not sure whether he's particularly responsive to it. Anyway, he also gets a massage. He gets a deep tissue massage, and he gets an injection of something called Librela, which does help his arthritic pain level. He's not that bad. He has a mild limp. And anyway, so he's had his massage, his Librela, and his red laser therapy, and he had his 2 walks, all in the space of about the same 4 hours, because we've been taking him out when it's warm enough. And he's so tired. I didn't take a picture of him, but I should have. I wrapped him up in a blanket before I came up here. Do I need to fill out the form? Yes, because it's got some rules on it that I need to make people aware of. The wet dream is to put it on Steam with the possibility of integrating it with Twitch chat. So like when people add words on the counter, it actually counts it in the app as if the main user entered it. So that is, first of all, bam, that is such a cool idea, and I'm freaking out. So it would be the amount of words that people are logging, the amount of progress that they're logging on their tasks, turns into atmospheric assets that they can have open through Steam on an app. So you could write at the inn. Bam, that's so cool. Please do that. That's so cool. That's a wet dream, you're right. That is so cool. Where would you get the assets? Would you make them, generate them, or commission an artist? That was the sharks. I made them extra friendly to offset the teeth, but it turns out they hug with their mouth. I made them extra friendly so that they really wanted to hug people, but then I forgot to add their arms and I gave them really short fins instead, so now they hug people with their mouth. Motherfucker has more luxury than most of us. Do you know what's funny? Is that he has all of that. He has his massage, he has his 2 walks, he has his red laser, he has his injection. And he walks in and he jumps up on the sofa as if he owns the place. And then he sits there and he just gives this big grumbly sigh as if he's had the biggest day. And he goes, and then I wrap him up in a blanket because I'm a sucker. Gonna call this store about a replacement Wacom pen. Broke mine yesterday. Oh no, Jerry. I hope they give you a good replacement. And I'll be back soon. No worries. See you later. Yes, and decorate it at the same time. That, bam, is an excellent idea. Would you have it so that people would have, so there's an overall tracking that I'm seeing here. Overall tracking of tasks, overall tracking of words that contribute to the features of the inn. Would you have personal tracking for the words that people could get personal decorations? Something smaller to hang from the ceiling or something. Tell you what though, I perfected it by the time I got to Golden Retrievers. The third best thing God let me create, after Newton Jerry that is. Ah, fail! You charmer. And make some basic ones and probably let other artist packs be buyable for like €1 and give all the profits to the artist. I don't want to generate them. I don't want to generate things either. But it's so difficult because you can commission artists, but then you have to figure out a deal with the artist. That sounds like a good deal though, because the success, the payout that the artists get is purely based on the success of the app. That's a good deal. It's thinking it's too hard to be me. We'd have to draw up a contract for that, Bam, right? I've never drawn up an art contract. It is in my line of sight though, because after Fables Volume 3, I'm going to make a Fables omnibus, and it's going to be full of art from different artists of the different things happening in the Fables, or maybe even different objects. I'm going to try and do some of the art myself, but there's 30 stories to illustrate, and I thought I'd do a picture every other story, but that's still 15 things to commission. And artists, depending on the detail you want, if you wanted something hyper realistic, full page, full color, that could be $100 each. That could be a huge expense. So I need to have a think about that in the future. But I'd like to understand art contracts first, and whether it's verbal agreement or whether you draw up an actual contract which you send to them and they digitally sign. I don't know. Oh, I smacked the mic. I'm so sorry if I deafened you. He sighs thinking it's too hard to be me. That's what it's like. He sighs and it's like it's had such a busy day and it's been so hard. T-Rex was a bit of a cock-up. I got the unit of measurements wrong. Supposed to make the arms and feet, but used inches instead. Pale, please make this into a short story. It's so great. I have to write these down, one more. Yes, please do. I'm so lost about this whole thing. We were talking about how Pale is a mod, so he's God. And I made a joke because we were talking about how kangaroos could outnumber humans in this certain area of the world. I can't remember where. And I said that was actually Pale's mistake. He was working with God and he added an extra 0. And we've slowly come up with a little story idea of somebody who works for God in one of the creature creation departments. And he is the sole responsible reason for freaky things. And he keeps creating freakier things. Because he's getting the parameters wrong, or he keeps making tiny little mistakes. And the detail of those mistakes, like making sharks really want hugs but not giving them arms. You'll get used to it. Oh, you were confused about the computer thing. Never mind, I just explained the short story thing anyway. So developing stuff like this is holy crap. So my understanding is C++ is if you want to create something very basic, like Tetris, Minesweeper, something where graphics isn't really a thing, sprites aren't really a thing, 3D movement is not a thing at all. If you want to create something bigger, then you'd need an engine. And if it depends on the type of engine and what it's geared towards, what you want to do. If you want to make assets yourself, 3D assets, you should look at Blender. If you wanted to make 2D assets, you can look anywhere, but you're going to need to make the movements separate documents, as if you're making a flick book. Because in 3D ones, you can render a skeleton on it and you can move it. But in 2D ones, you can't do that. So you have to make separate pictures for all of them. That's what I'm thinking of. Getting so sleepy, but the spider being near my bed is still on my mind. You could just do a quick sweep of your bed. The spider would move. You'll be fine. I'll wake up with superpowers. We'll figure it out. You didn't tap and it sounded like a bottle popping. The mic is fairly good at throttling super loud sounds. And I don't think it picks up background noises. Like I'm rubbing the direct surface of the mic right now, and I don't think it's being super bad. Become part of the Spider-Verse. Yeah! Get bitten, bug. Ooh, I can blender. Can you blender, Stoneward? Would you ever get into making 3D assets for games? Throwing exploding bananas at each other by typing speed or direct arcs for the throw. I think that was on C++. Yeah, C++ is very maths based and it's very simplistic, but I think it's good. It's a good place to start if you want to learn how to code. It's a harmless spider though, so I wouldn't get bitten. Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You're the bug under the mixing bowl. You can take a spider on. But yeah, I've been thinking about creating... I've got 2 ideas. One for an app. That's a... spoiler alert. I might... If anyone steals the idea, then they'll probably make it quicker than I will anyway. But it's a penguin-themed activity tracker. That's a bit generalized, but it would be geared towards writing tasks. And you would be able to earn... It's very Club Penguin. You'd be able to earn different achievements, or I thought about snowballs as coins, and you'd be able to trade them in for igloo decorations and for penguin outfits. And it would be like a cute little customization app, and you would send your little penguin on missions, and you would have little levels to play throughout it. Very like Club Penguin. But it's just a small writing tracker that's a bit more generalized. I had that idea as an app. The Newtverse. Sounds just like Club Penguin. Yeah, and it's... I have an idea in my head of how it should look. But obviously I'd have to figure all of that out. And then my idea for a game is a story-based thing that I wouldn't give too much information on. But it would be based in the Aggie and I universe. So I would have to try and bring that to life. Which would be a huge endeavor. But it would be based on dragon riding, essentially. So that would have to be a 3D thing. Spiders eat bugs. Yeah, they do. Oh no, you are the bug under the mixing bowl. It's gonna eat you. No, it's not. It's not. I want to do some animation too, mostly on some nightmares I've been having through the years. Like that Lovecraft fella. Yeah, do it. Do it. I think learning how to draw, learning how to animate, learning C++ and Sprite would be my goals for the year. if I were to try and create an app or a game at the end of it. I cannot just dive in like that. I'd have to learn Blender too. No woman, my hands can't draw. I would like to know how to do these things if I ever decide to create it. But my issue, I know that I can learn to draw. I know that I can learn to animate. I know that these things are learnable for me, but I question whether coding is actually learnable for me. Because I'm not wired that way, and I never have been. And I don't know whether I would take a course and I would get stuck in that sort of beginner area where I sort of get it but sort of don't. Or whether I would outsource it to someone else who knew how to code. Whenever I want to draw a circle, I end up drawing a hyper-realistic face. I'm a failure. Long women staring at this red folder divider and listening to a British accent. Very long. Sandbox mode. Anyway, to get to our iron before the big guy reset the world, and we can make it ready for the humans. When I done the Rex, the arms was not intentional. I thought it was feet, so tiny arms. And well, it kind of pissed off the T-Rexes a bit. They went a bit rampagey, and the reset happened a bit sooner than we wanted. But we got to play a bit more, because that was supposed to be another reset. Yes, Pale! It's okay, we all enjoy you. I should change it to a just chatting stream. Maybe try making the story in the book, puzzle book, you know, those FNAF books. Yes! And, you know the Dream Daddy format? Where it's a lot of text and the characters appear and the backgrounds change, but it's essentially an interactive comic book, and it's a little bit like a solo RPG in the fact that your responses change how a person views you. But there's no, like, 3D rendering involved, and there's no, like, making of 3D maps for people to run around and things. I think that would be a good place for me to go. I start with the first one, the Newtverse, and every time you get stuck, just look up what to do. When is the Game of the Year said this year that they learned coding from YouTube, so should be good. Good, bam. Maybe I will take a coding course. I've got my plan for the year. This first part of the year is all to do with my medical testing, so I can't really change much. But then I will be physically crafting, and then the third part, I will be learning how to draw. So if I were to draw... It's over the course of 3 months, and it depends how well it goes. If I were to draw my own assets and make stories around them, I would be in a happy place with that. But again, you have to learn how to code, so you have to be like, if the player responds with option 1, 2, or 3, then this asset appears, or that asset appears, or the counter goes up, and if you go over a certain threshold of the counter, then these assets appear. That I can see in my head. Not that I'm particularly coding minded, but I could see that as it's a process of elimination. And that's how you get the player's original story through it. Just like in Detroit Become Human, they visualize it really well. I want to do some animations on done stuff my friends and I make in games. I thought about that. I thought about animating for my own clips, but A, I don't think I have the skill. And B, is that not a little bit narcissistic? Like, to animate on top of my own things that I've already uploaded? To just upload them twice? Virtual novel, probably in Daz or Blender. Would you do that in Blender? Just write a book and put, if you choose A, go to page X. Yes, those do exist, Sternal. There wouldn't be enough options for me. It's often a variable you can use later. You'll do fine. Dream mummies when? Dream mummies. Chugs were another issue. I added a couple of extra zeros to the tooth count and committed to the change before checking. So I tried to offset it by making them extra friendly. They just wanted to hug everyone they met, and it was beautiful in theory. Problem was they didn't have arms, and the fins were not large enough to properly hug, so they used their mouths to hug, which would not have been an issue if it wasn't for the teeth. So I hid them in the ocean where the humans wouldn't spot them for a while. It's so perfect, Pale. The thought of this guy panicking because he keeps making mistakes, and so he's like, he's using, like, Australia as a bit of a dump. He's like, I've created another horrific thing. put it in the pile with Australia, put it deep in the sea, hide it. Now the spectacular sternal bird is anything but narcissistic. The superior sternal bird shines for being so humble. Yeah, he does. You can also try RPG Maker as well to make a game. I don't know the process for this one though. I'll look it up. Because this is the kind of stuff I want to get into. I would start on paper. Because my comfort zone is writing. And there is nothing wrong with me physically writing. Like you say, choose option A, go to page X. There's nothing wrong with me writing that all down. Writing through all the different options, creating the characters. But then I would need, to change it into a visual format, I would need assets. So I would need art drawn, and I would need a software on which to run it. But thank you for the recommendation, Bub. Nods continuously like he understands anything going on. We're talking new projects, Tay. Also, hi, Tay. And we're talking about the options, because I have so many ideas that I would not have a problem fleshing out and writing and turning into RPGs. But I don't have a clue past that level. I don't have a clue how to draw the assets, upload them, put it on software, code, any of that, no idea. I'm going to use Daz for a virtual novel. There's a bunch, but I'm definitely not the best. I just have ADD and autism. No, it's really interesting though. Daz, you say? I don't know the application for Blender. I thought that Blender was only used to create 3D assets. And that was it. But can you make stuff on Blender? Like make full games? First with the paper, and then she'll use a bill for the coke. You know it. Day bug! Also animations and scenes. If you wanted to get into it really big and create like a game, you'd have to have animations, scenes, integration between the animations and gameplay. You'd have to have foolproof, baited gameplay to ensure that there's no holes in the code or holes on any 3D maps or holes in any 3D assets or any issues with that. It's a huge endeavor. A simple solution on this project matter. Ooh, tell me, Tay. Games, I don't think so. Okay. I thought that, because I've downloaded Blender onto my external hard drive. I've not tried anything on it yet, but my understanding is that it is to make 3D assets, which is would be way in the future for me. I would start with 2D. I would start with a pixelated thing where I would make different... It would like be a 3D... Sorry, it would be a 2D platform jumper sort of thing, where there'd be a 2D character that when you pressed right, it showed the character running or sprinting right, and then running or sprinting left, and then there'd be a jump animation, crouch animation, that sort of thing. Animated one thing once, the Pingu. Woohoo! What did you do with it? Start a development company and just have a different department for each project. That would be the dream. I was asking people if anyone had any coding experience. And there's some really good knowledge in this chat. The issue is money. I would pay people for assets and I would pay people for coding. But you would have to have a company for that. They'd be huge. So I'm going to try and learn as much as I can and figure out what parts I would need to outsource and what parts I would be okay doing myself. I've just pinned you on the Discord server. Ooh. Show me. Click to see attachment. Oh yeah, so you did a Newt and a wave. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, question, Sternal Bird. How on earth did you do the shadows on that thing? Or is there a shadow generator that assumes where the curves of things are as if they were 3D? Is that something that the software offers, or is that something that you figured out pixel by pixel? Take into account I've been dead for 2 years. I will take that into account. After that, I went back to basics. A very fluffy, happy, friendly, and loyal to fault dog, and it with an inbuilt indicator of happiness with that waggy tail. To make sure that they would be known as the best, I made them gold! And they loved to play fetch. Best creation so far, until my supervisor spotted it. Bastard took the credit! Even changed the name of it from my bestest boy ever to Golden Retriever, because it was golden and it retrieved. Boring. I need this pail, it's so good. With some basic coding and YouTube and some basic art, you can go a long way. I think I would set myself a very conservative goal, and I would say that I would like to either have an app or a 2D game by the end of 2027. Because it's such a steep learning curve. And at the moment, I would like to get into the RPG side of understanding the decisions have consequences mechanic. I almost forgot everything. That's okay. Like, I got a promotion after that. He had some humans about Fancy 2.0 that were prototyping and about to bring it some kids. Source of Light and Blender's figures it out. So Blender offers that as part of their software. That's good to know. I don't think I would do anything 3D. I really don't. 3D is... Well, I don't know, because I don't know what the software offers, really. Hold on a second. If the software can do things like that, like shadow generation, that makes things a lot easier, then I would be happy with that. If you're okay with pixel-related assets, the RPG Maker series is great. I have an RPG Maker Ace V6, which despite being years old is still a solid asset. 2027 is realistic. BRB adds, all good, Tay, hold on to us. Let me just... Sorry, I've got to text someone something. Do some animations that look like 80s anime when the animes look the best. So why don't I try... So here is... Let me show you something. It might be a bit dusty. It's been kept under my desk for a really long time. These are some solo RPGs that I had a look at. And this Escape from Demon Castle Dracula one is so cool. And it comes with a lot of its own art. So maybe I should try and make... I should try and do some art RPGs to start, and then if I wanted to turn it into other things, I could. You see the different art pieces? They're really cool. And this would help me understand the mindset of coding. Because this is a mindset of coding, because they use a deck of cards, and you have different doors to go through, and you can either backtrack or you end up at a stop. I think this would help me understand. And I would make art for the different boss pages. Look how cool that is. How cool that is. And they could be some of my first things that I attempt to draw in the third quarter of 2026. Right, Brian? Isn't it cool? And then that could be something printable where, yes, you're playing a game, but it's all on paper, and that would help me understand before moving that onto something digital. And then I would be a better drawer and a better I would be a better drawer, and I would be at better understanding to try and get coding, because I'm not coding minded, and I would maybe use Scratch assets to make mini games in the meantime. I think that would be a good idea. Anyway, sorry, got way off topic. I am going to take a tiny break. Shall I put words on stream on for you? You want some words? You want some words? I was going to put words on stream on, and I was going to... What else was I going to do? No breaks allowed. I have to. When are we on topic? We're never on topic. I have to. Think I have and see what people think. Go for it, Brian. Got the side of my spider again, but at least far away from my bed. It won't bother you. It'll be looking for a nice warm corner to sleep in. That's all. It'll be looking for a nice warm corner to sleep in. I'm sorry if you hear me back right now. There might be double audio. Let me just make sure that stream is okay. Oh my god, I've been live for 1 hour and 55 minutes. I genuinely thought I was talking for like 2 minutes. I can see now that that is not true. So what I will do is... Okay, let me pop on words on stream for you. Put on my BRB screen. I have so many tabs open that I'm getting confused. Yep, you're in stereo, sorry. Getting crazy, I'm starting to hear 2 in stereo 1. That's an oldies joke. Get your wordy brains ready. Absolutely, please do. I'll pop on words on stream. I need to take a small break. I need to make possibly a phone call, maybe a tiny message to someone. And I'll see you all. Let me put on my... So we are at 2028. Let's say I'm going to be back at 20:45. I'll give myself 15 minutes. Brian, your age is 7, cracks knuckles. Cracks knuckles. I'm not sure why there isn't any words on stream audio. Who knows? But yes, I wish you luck with words, and I will see you all in 15 minutes. Good luck, everyone. Words on stream is being kind of janky, just to let you know. Hopefully it doesn't glitch too much. Can't remember how to spell it. That's okay. Okay, there we go. Start. Good luck, everyone. See you in 15 minutes. Hello, hello, I am back. I'm hoping the game isn't drowning me out. Hi! Oh, the game is drowning me out a bit. Sorry. Hello! I am back and we're going to finish up this game as we always do. We play until we fail. So sorry that I didn't have it on autoplay and I didn't even have any audio on it either. But, you know, I'm a pro streamer. I know what I'm doing. Know what I'm doing. Welcome back. Thank you! I've just been typing random words for real. Thank you so much to Pale, Brian, Bam, and Bug for playing. Next up, level 9. Are we ready? Now you have me on your team, you're almost guaranteed to fail. I mean win. Wish this game shows you what you got wrong. That would be nice. They could have a little column on the right-hand side with guessed but wrong. Oh lord, there's not many for this one. As a mod, I can see why not. Why not? Atom, tram, brilliant. Can I have March? Yes, I can. Marmot, beautiful, bam. I just type read words and it will stay on stream for a while. Okay, that's true. That is a good idea. Yep. Pale, you see all the mod things. You good at this. Rome, beautiful. Moat, beautiful. Rota, beautiful. One more, four-letter word. Taro! Well done, Pale! We're advancing 5 levels. Holy moly, well done. Whoop whoop! Whoop whoop whoop! Oh, actually, let me go see that. I got an email and I just dismissed it, but it might actually be an important one. Where can I see it? Broken, beautiful. I'm just Ken. Anywhere else I'd be a 10. N? Hidden N. Hidden N, fake G. Question is N and G is fake. Yes. Boner! This is true. It does fit. I wish I could have Bork. Or Bonk. Actually, I could have Bonk. I could have Bonk. I just figured that out. Nice. No, boner and knob. This is the round. This is the round. Bone, bonk, boner, knob, and robe. Isn't the English language beautiful? Something to behold. Bing, 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 bing. Thank you, Pale, Brian, Bam, and Bug for playing. You know what's really annoying? I'm trying to organise something social with a friend. On the one day that I'm free, they're not free. But what's more annoying is the weather. If it was the summer, we could go for a walk. Okay, you can have rate and care, but not chat or heart. H? Is H the problem? Tracer, beautiful. So, hidden R, there's 2 R's on the board. And ignore the H. Beautiful. Crater. Crater, Carter, crater, beautiful. Rhea, beautiful. I got you, Pale. They should unlock the lock for the last section. I really stand by that. Beautifully done. Bing, 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 bing. Right up. Nicely done, everyone. Next up, level 17. Are we ready? I could play Words on stream all day. I'm terrible at it, though. You'd think I'd get better with all the practice. No. No. Not ready. Never ready. I wasn't ready for level 15. God, there's loads of options for this one. They are all 5 letters or above. You can't have analyze. But you can have analysis. Which means... Hang on, let me look. V is fake. And there's an extra S. V is fake and there is an extra S. You have a double S to use here. Which means, yes, you can have ass. Lysis is a word. Lysis is a word, how dare you? Slain, snail. So you could have plurals. So you could have inlays. A sail, beautiful. Stealing off Pale at the end. GG, everyone. That was a difficult one. There's so many options. GG, level 17 is very admirable. Well done, everyone, and thank you for playing. Damn it. Hey, you got to level 17. That's very good. Thank you to Pale, Brian, Bam, Bug, and me for playing. Our top level is still standing, I believe. I wonder if we'll ever beat it. Level 23. Can you imagine? Alright, let me close this on down without showing you any of my personal information. That would be very useful. I'd love to have a stream deck where I could press that button. That would be very useful. I wasn't even sure those letters were even there. Right? It's a little bit like that. Alright, go back to this. Hello! Yes, it's a live cam. Sweet. I figured out some categories while we've gone. I have 8 categories to fill up. And I've come up with 5. So, to be typed up, retired, beta reads. I'm going to include RPG projects. The reason I'm going to include that is because I'm going to play some and review them. And also study them. And figure out in what direction I want to go in. It is a secondary goal for the first phase of my streaming plan this year, but I'd like to do it. I think it would be fun. World build, that's a good one. I guess I would I put that under larger projects? So, I know a lot about RPGs. Do you, Brian? That's good. You're gonna need an RPG guru. Or would you just call that a dungeon master at that point? So, first one is to be typed up. And then I guess once they're typed up, they'd be put into the retired file. But I actually want to make a finished file so that it's separate to unfinished and retired. Since I was playing D&D 2nd edition before you all were born, you were playing it. I was born in 1998. Were you playing that by then? My brain fried after that, and that's completely fine. That is so valid. Let's put on some totally royalty-free music. It's not. It's the Ruby soundtrack again, because of course it is. I need it injected into my veins. Yeah, but you need to pee. All good, Bale. You get that pee. 1992, why? Am I the oldie? Am I the old person? Someone's gotta be, Bam. Someone's gotta be. And hey, you've got knowledge to pass on to us. This is the very start of me beginning anything to do with RPGs or app building or anything like that. Teach me. Teach me all the things. To which we cannot wait. Yes, I will be singing. No, you don't have a choice. You will listen to it. One day I'll do a karaoke show and it will just be stream of 1,000 cats being strangled. I know how to sing in a very classical sense. I was part of a choir for a lot of my youth. And one thing about my secondary school and my primary school was the music department. That was its biggest selling point. So it was quite an underdeveloped school, but the music departments were great. And so you got involved in as many music projects as you could. So I know how to be this desktop audio isn't loud enough. I know how to be a alto in a choir, and I know how to hold a note, but actually sing? No idea. I'm 42 years old, and think of the knowledge you have, Brian! Think of what you bring to this community. You beautiful answer to life, the universe, and everything. To be typed up, retired/finished. I think I'll put finished and then retired. Finished. Where did we get metal music? It's fun! Okay, so there's a show called Ruby. I have been watching it since I was 17? When Series 2 was first coming out. Then my maths might be slightly wrong on that, but I was in college when I started watching it. And it's been sort of semi-retired, but then recently the company's been bought and they're going to be making more of it. And I've never been so excited in my life. The music contract will still go to the same person, Casey Lee Williams, who is singing right now in your ears. And I love the music in it. I'd love to be able to make a game like they did with Grim Eclipse. Grim Eclipse was my favourite game for a really long time. But that's because of all the lore behind it in Ruby. I also kind of want to cover this binder in stickers. Should I get into sticker collecting? I need to curb my ADHD right now. So that was finished and this is retired. So unfinished. But I'm not going to finish. I never do, I'm on antidepressants. I wish I could have like that quick delivery that a lot of comedians have, where they don't laugh after their own joke. But I'm a giggly bitch. I will laugh at my own joke. So proud of Nuke for planning and starting to learn multiple new skills for a project. Fuck, you gonna make me blush! Thank you! I'm excited to do it. I'm excited to do it. I have so much more self-belief than I had last year. And it's pretty much down to this channel. And I didn't think I would be in this place where I would feel enthusiastic to do it, but I really do. I want to start, like, tonight. 2nd edition, 3rd edition, 3.5, and 5th. Also played Pathfinder, various World of Darkness systems, Shadowrun 4th edition, Numeria and Cypher system, and finally Daggerheart. Out of all of those, what was the most complex? And do you associate complexity with quality? We've run out of plastic files! No! That's alright. All of my paper has holes in it anyway, it's just to help preserve some of it. We're on to betas, and then RPG projects. But good question. Thank you, because I'm thinking of an RPG, but it's one of those tabletop ones that runs on a dice and a deck of cards, which is modelled after pretty much the only one that I've ever come across. So I want to learn about different systems. 2nd edition might have been the most complicated. Yeah, bam, 2nd and E. Though, by the way, as someone who has a D&D stream, I don't enjoy complexity. Ah, bam, brilliant. That's good to know. I want it to be complex enough that it's not boring, but not so complex that people look at it and then they are immediately freaked out and they don't interact with it. Shall I leave these 3 or shall I put a calendar in it? No, I do want a calendar. Yeah, let's put a calendar in here. And we'll find a nice printable calendar that I can put. I may need to steal some of the plastic wallets, though. I'll steal them from outside of the year. It's so much easier to use stuff when you have the dividers in it. Oh, much more useful. Will I need more than that? No, I won't. I only need to display the top. Okay. Let me find a nice printable calendar. There's probably some on HP Smart. They provide you with nice little free things. 2nd is complicated because each character class advanced at a different experience. Wait, so that means earning skills, perks, and different calculations at different speeds. That's awful, Brian. That would give me such a headache. Frankly, it's been shifted towards being accessible for kids. Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing? Favor of making storytelling and collaborative nature more easy and streamlined. Playing Hero Kids. I ran that system for kids for over a year. Aw, Brian, that's so sweet. Looking at my giant mountain of interests and being too intimidated because my brain just wants to know everything before starting. That's what I think that I've been going through the process of, Bug, and I've stripped everything down to its base components. So I've had this idea to both make an app and make a game for a really long time. But like you say, you look at the project and you think, I don't know anything about this bit or this bit or that bit. So I've broken it apart and I plan to try and at least understand, even if I end up outsourcing it, I will try and understand each of the different aspects. And within those aspects, I can create different things. I don't want to give away too much of phase 4 for this year. But learning how to draw isn't just for creating 3D or 2D assets for a game. And learning how to write isn't either. And so learning how to write in the RPG way and learning how to draw on paper, all on paper, something I know, by the end of the year, is something that I really want to do. Fail. I invented the goose! The perfect hugger, a large wingspan to completely wrap around you, soft fluffy feathers and a long neck to wrap around as an extra hugging limb. I built in a sound alert to notify you where the closest huggable goose was. It was a honk! Yonk yonk! Second edition, I should say. The other thing you want to know, which is the most complex and which is... So it is. Which, do you associate complexity with quality? Have you found that the more complex system you played in was a more enjoyable time as a player? I kept lowering the aggression meter. Had to be the friendliest, so I lowered it as far as it would go. It would also need to come to the humans whenever a hug was required, so I made them super obedient. Absolutely cranked the obedience to max. Then I found it. There was an upgrade God made for us to add to the animals. The domestication upgrade. Drops the aggression meter even further and makes them even more obedient. I didn't know there'd be an underflow and overflow. I think it's a good thing. Good. I went right to max to put the obedience above max, so it went to the absolute minimum. It was chaos incarnate. The pure hatred in this animal. Even for the goose. Peace was not an option. Even cats weren't as bad as this. I had to hide it, so you put it in the water. Pale's writing a whole short story right now. It's great. Frozen shithole on an abandoned continent. That would do it. Nothing could survive there. They could put it down to a misplaced location. It was fine, I thought, but the demons persisted. The soft feathers gave them just insulated enough. Grew even harder, even stronger, and the honk turned into a hiss, and it went after everything. The angel that fucked up creating animals. I don't associate those things. That's good to know. Pale, I love it. I need this. It's so funny. Certain things to be streamlined and some things to be meticulous. Yeah. The store did not have it, but I ordered one online. Well, I'm glad you managed to order one online. Also, hi Jerry, how you doing? Pale is writing from the perspective of the angel who messed up a bunch of animals while working for God, and it is possibly my favourite thing ever. For instance, prices at shops and things available items, I want to be very specific. And I want how to resolve actions to be simple. Yeah, that makes sense. And how exactly powerful things are. Oh, a handful of gold instead of 25 gold. But if you're tracking to the gold coin of what you have, then it should be specific, right? I agree with you. I've never played an RPG and I agree with you. That's all my sticky paper, that's all my that paper, and this is my printer paper. Take the sticky paper out, put the printer paper in. I need to find me a calendar. What have HP Printables got for me? Have you ever looked, if anyone has a HP printer, they release these really nice free templates for you. And you can print off like calendars and nice little things. You've had plenty of video games where it's easy to track money. Exactly. Even if they did, they wouldn't want to stay. And tell him the real reason is I wanted to mess around with the settings a bit, somewhere where it wouldn't matter. And what did you make in there? Having generalized prices wouldn't allow them to be hand-waved away at different costs in different cities. Yeah, I don't like that. Should be specific. Numbers and powers. I mean, unless it's left miscellaneous. Like a creepy object or something. They should be specific. Oh wow, they do an entire yearly calendar. Oh, it's quite pretty too. Let me have a look. Hello, my love. That's as far as I got for now. It's beautiful. Thank you, Bale. Oh, well, the settings are wrong. What is this? Why is it like this? Is it trying to fit to page, but page is not paging? Portrait 1, all pages, whole document. No preview available. Wrong? There should be. Wrong, I do declare. Paper size A4, pages per sheet 1, quality 600. Scale fit to printable area. I've been having issues with this printer. That's a nice little thing for me to tick off. I will print one of those. Yearly calendar, yearly calendar. Can I have a monthly, please? Oh, now it's showing me the parts of a penguin. Why? Why? That was really weird. I clicked on a calendar and it was like, parts of a penguin. Girl? For me, D&D and Pathfinder are on the complex side of the systems because there's specific ways that you can get to every level and they interact in certain ways. I thought that, and I think that it's always scared me off of D&D, and I've never played it. For that reason. Many game designers are creating games with much smoother rules but then a section that says, if you want specific things, add this. Ooh, I like that. Has things measured as immediate, short and long ranges, but then has a section for tactical combat, where ranges are much more specific in terms of feet per square on your battle map. That's really cool. I need to look so much deeper than I have. Oh, look, that's such a nice little... Oh, that's such a nice little calendar. It's not what I'm looking for, but it's a really nice little calendar. You can't see it. But, oh, look! Alright. This is our yearly calendar. I can circle important dates. And I can check what days are when. Fit in the wallet, you. Et voila. What day's my birthday this year? On a Monday? Ew. If you're to play a character, what type of story would you like to be in? I really want to play some sort of brute. Or some sort of, like... some sort of... thick-headed fighter. That has a story arc of learning how to care. I think that would be really cute. Sometimes playstyle helps choose the system. Yeah, I'd like to be like... I don't know... barbarian, something like that, yeah. I've always wanted to do that. I don't know why. It's sort of an exercise in seeing humanity and seeing empathy and just being like, going from being like, I want to fight and that's it, to being like, I will protect everyone with my strength instead. Barbarian to paladin or something. I've also played Alternity and a D20 Modern, but you don't want those. Are they too complex? Aw, Bug, no worries. Please enjoy spooning with your new spider friend. Remember, all the more arms to hug you with. The thing about D&D proper is that character classes have been specific and fixed for a long time. Yes, there's a lot of rules. Not that I mind that. I don't mind rules. It might help me learn. It might help me learn if I go for something with a lot of rules. It's printed February 1st. Absolute anarchy in this printer. I might print another yearly calendar, actually, and turn it into my work calendar. I know that doesn't have anything to do with what I'm doing right now, but it'd be helpful. Dropping by for a little bit. Well, hi, Poem. It's lovely to see you. How you doing? I haven't seen you on TikTok. Eternity was stupid complicated for the sake of being unique. Yeah, I think that's my fear. I think my fear is that I don't think I have an interest in creating my own system. But my fear is that I will go against a system, or I will write within a system, and then people will hate me because I've not done it correctly. He gave me the pass to the supervisor's secret area, the bin, where they had put the rejects. The absurd, the truly dangerous. I had no idea this place existed. I could have said something. I should have, but I had gone too far. I had already lied, already hid my mistakes, created a demon on this world, and then let it loose. I couldn't tell him about it now. I decided to wait for the reset. The great flood we were promised! Oh my god, yes! You're integrating the Bible stories! Current favourite tabletop RPG systems, however, they are very open-ended about how certain abilities work because they want cool storytelling. Okay. I think that you're like me, Brian, in the fact that if there are open-ended gaps like that, I will go looking. I'll be like, no, where is it? So I think I would start with classic D&D. Fuck yeah. Yeah. It's printing October now. Well, I guess it's further down than February. Are you done? No, it's not done. Still sucking in more paper. Like mother, like printer, am I right? Classic D&D feels like a video game that you inhabit. It's really up to you to inject the feeling of the story into the character. But you see, if I were to take the classic D&D and I were to add a class, or I were to add a monster, or I were to add a different sort of thing, would D&D people hate me for that? I like Pathfinder 2e. It's similar to D&D 5e. There are transferable skills, and the characters are usually modifiable. We were just talking about how complex 2 is. I was like to know the Great Flood was going to be after the humans got there and only a small area around the spawn zone. Newer systems try to guide character and then throws the rules at it. Pathfinder is not D&D 2e. Is it not? I know nothing. I know nothing. Mr. Faulty, I know nothing. I think it would be good for me to go through, like Escape from Castle Dracula, go through a few pre-written ones and see what they have to offer. And make notes. I think I will make notes as I learn. I'm almost treating it like a study. D&D 2, 3, 3.5 and 5th. We don't talk about D&D 4. Why not? I was just about to ask, what about 4? And there's Pathfinder and Pathfinder 2. Oh, okay. I thought that was the same thing. Good to know. Oh, I thought it was done. It's not done. It's gonna be nice to have a proper calendar, though. D&D 4th was garbage. They tried to make the game function like World of Warcraft style cooldown abilities. Oh, so you could only do a certain ability once you've had a certain amount of rolls? Seems like a good idea on paper. People love extras for D&D 5e, but it's really 50-50 if it'll be allowed in the gaming tables. Yeah. A lot of the third-party things are very OP and sometimes frowned upon. That's what I mean. I don't want to ruffle any feathers. If I choose a system and I muck it up or I make it too wide-branching, all I'm thinking of is making a downloadable and printable RPG, and I'll put it on itch.io, and I'm not sure about the rules around itch.io. They used to get rid of the unicorn I created. Fuckers, I like that one. It was the closest thing to angelic I could get, but no, I went too far again. And suddenly people were getting stabbed. Major thing with D&D across all editions is that there's so much damn content. Has anybody ever written a full and concrete D&D guide that is used as a Bible? Because I would like to read that from top to tail. Oh, the printer. Why is the printer not happy? Oh, it looks fine now. There's January. Oh, I see why it did February. It's a November 2025 to February 2027 calendar. I just want the 2026, please. Current King of the Hill is definitely D&D 5e, accessible, streamlined, and everywhere. Pathfinder held the crown for a while, while D&D was in a while D&D was taking a break, doing absolutely nothing, and we don't talk about it. I like that. Thank you, Poem. I appreciate that. I don't want to be like... I don't want to write huge things, but I want to write fun games. I just don't know... Fun, self-contained games that won't take more than a day. But I'd be into that. Okay, these are the 2025 ones. Don't need these. Thank you, though. 2026. January. Hold on, I'll show you what I'm doing. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. I'll keep the January and February for next year as well, because we may as well. Get in the folder, you. Look at that. Beautiful. So we have our yearly calendar and our monthly calendar in here as well. Which we can put notes on projects when we want to wrap things up. And I'm actually just going to print myself an extra yearly planner for something else. Because I really like it. Do you like this? They're doing really interesting things. If there's great niche systems and off the beaten path, PFPFD is open license. D&D is sometimes known to send cease and desist. Really? But who owns it? I thought D&D was a conglomeration of years of people of adding things, taking things away, being accepted socially, and who owns D&D? Sword and sorcery have always been. Sci-fi and other attempts at different genres have felt forced. That's fair enough. Henderson when they tried. I remember that backlash. Really? Marius Cypher System have the coolest character creation system I've ever seen. Wizards of the Coast, asshats. Really? That surprises me. Yeah, it's the same company that does Magic the Gathering. You probably already knew that, but, you know, I try my best. Okay, that's my separate calendar for something else that I'm doing, so I'm going to put that up on my little cork board. Same with the way Magic the Gathering, yeah. Better watch from anyone D&A is trying to do. I'll look into whatever system specializes in whatever you want to make. That's the thing. I want to have unique characters, unique systems, but if I wanted to use, like, the word paladin or wizard, I hope that's okay. Wizards bought D&D from a company called TSR who developed Alternity. There's so much history here. There's so much history here. Okay. I think that is going to do it for our folder. There's 2 spare tabs. There's 2 spare tabs for anything that I might need to add through the year, because this is going to serve me for an entire year. My very first folder was supposed to last 3 months, and I made it stretch to a year, and that was so wrong. I lost so much progress, so much work. So here we go. Let us spin the wheel. Do I still have the wheel open? Where is it? I think Lady Magora sent it to me. Wheel of Names, this is it. Aha! Too white, might possibly be seen as racist. Too friendly and pure, couldn't possibly survive. All the colourful stuff it farts, that's silly. Yes, silly enough the big boss himself stole it and claimed it as his own, and then he promised no more resets. Fuckers made it fat and grey and ragey and stuck it in the mud. It was supposed to roam sunlit forests, you asshats. The rhino! There's a wheel? Yes, there's a wheel of prompts. I feel like I have to make a one-shot game just for streamers I've encountered who have said that they're interested. Yes, please do, Brian, please, and add me to the group. Paladin was actually one of the things to change because of Wizards of the Coast bullshit. Really? Third party should be fine, but you never know. Yeah. I guess it depends how popular it gets. Let me spin my wheel. Ooh, that's a good one. So the prompt for tomorrow will be to create an arcane-related story. Now, whether that's arcane as in the show, or arcane as in just the arcane, I don't mind. Let's see what we come across. Lovely. We can write something along those terms. It's champion now. What? Why? Because Wizards of the Coast didn't want them using the word paladin. Because they own it? Oh, come on. I don't know Arcane the show, so that's that option gone. Or you could do Arcane as in the Arcane. I get the pub yelling it's like story about it. No. You're shouting it as an angel who went to the pub in hell. You made the trip to go to one of the rings of hell that has the best pubs. Would that be gluttony? It's okay to tell you I host PF one-shots in my Discord? Yes, absolutely, Poem. I want in. Let me in. Let me in. Wizard, Barbarian, and other things, because those are just nouns. I would expect Paladin to just be a noun. I need to add some more to this. There's some really nice prompts on there, actually. But yes, our prompt for tomorrow will be to create an arcane-related story. The plan is to do one prompt a month, so I'll probably do the prompt stream tomorrow, and then if it inspires a further story, I'll carry on with it, and if it doesn't, I will return to old projects for the rest of January. And I will note what I've worked on those little weekly bits. I might need some extra foldery bits. We'll see. And that is how I intend to run it for this year. If I run into any problems, it can change. I can't think of anywhere else I've heard the term paladin. I mean, it's got to be there historically somewhere, right? That's what I would think. where somebody... Paladin.
Some people fall in love for life, others never get it right.
The Paladins, also called the 12 Peers, are 12 legendary knights, the foremost members of Charlemagne's court in the 8th century. They first appear in the medieval 12th century Chanson de Geste cycle of the Matter of France, where they play a similar role to the Knights of the Round Table in Arthurian romance. But is that the term paladin? The earliest recorded instance of the word paladin in the English language dates to 1592 in Delia, Sonnet XLVI. What's that? 10? What's L? Someone translate those numerals for me. XLVI. Paladin is a holy warrior type game class that was apparently copyrightable in TTRPG content because they kind of made it into a thing in the 1980s. That's bullshit. They just want the money. You just attempt to speak French, don't mention it. Angel got cast out, remember? Ex-Angel. Now a demon that got drunk before his shift and is yelling at a poor soul that they're supposed to be torturing, but is just drunk and ranting at this dude. Maybe it was triggered by this dude is in hell because he killed his boss or something. And the ex-Angel is just like, that's relatable. 50? L, I think is 50. 66, is that what that says? So it would be... But with the X being in front of the L, would that be minus 10? Dempale. Bun sour! By Daniel Samuel. It entered English through the Middle French word paladin, which itself is derived from the Latin palatinus, ultimately from the name of Palatine Hill, also translated as of the palace, or in the Frankish title of mayor of the palace. A presumptive Old French from palazine was also loaned into the late Middle English as palazin. Okay. So it looks like the difference is in E. There's paladin and then there's paladine. And it looks like paladine and palatine became a thing, but paladin was copyrighted. Which is so finicky because it's the same word. Modern French has paladin. Okay, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Modern reception of what? The word paladin? I don't know what that was. What are we doing? Johnny! Hi! Oh, it's lovely to see you. Hello, darling. Hello! Thank you so much for the Prime sub. That is so kind. There's been so many subs today. I'm so grateful. Pala, darling. How are you doing, Johnny? It's lovely to see you. Thank you for that community support as well. The first thing I looked up, paladin word copyright. AI tells me you cannot copyright the word paladin because itself is a historical term. How did they manage that? How did they manage that? They used money, didn't they? I don't know why I'm getting involved in D&D drama when I'm not into D&D yet. It looks like it's not copyrighted, but that Wizards of the Coast will make a claim if they think that you're using Paladin in conjunction with a similar way of playing. Oh, blank screen. Sorry, why is there a blank screen? There we go. I scroll past the overview. I usually do. Fuck AI. Fuck AI! I'm super busy, but I'm here. Well, it's lovely to see you, Johnny. Hello, darling was marked as not safe for work, but... Well, it's not. Darling's never safe for work. You never know how the person's going to take it. Is it only the first 5? That's why it's so quick. Twitch has just the NSFW tagged my profile at this point. Probably. Not copyrighted everywhere, just in TTRPG content. You can freely use Paladin in video games. But that's such bullshit. How have they managed to do that? What is a paladin and why are there so many of them? That's a Reddit post. So they had to change the name from Precious from Wizards of the Coast because they were getting precious about a French word from the 1500s. How dare they, honestly? The ego. Give me more than 5. Posted in the den, by the way. Ooh, let me see. Strike with bolts of lightning. Show me the den. It's bad that I don't know my way around my own Discord. Oh wow, look at that. It looks like blackwork. On there's something called blackwork in embroidery, where they make those shapes. Especially at the top, it looks like blackwork. It looks beautiful. Copyright and IP is convoluted at best. And it makes me wonder, Poem, because when someone comes up with an idea in the UK, they have that idea, they write it down, and if they put it in anywhere that is a public place, if they write it on any website, if they advertise it in any way, live stream, YouTube video, whatever, that is copyrighted automatically for them for 100 years. But copyright in America works very differently. And you have to pay to have something copyrighted, I think. And you have to advertise that it has been copyrighted. And if you don't advertise that it's been copyrighted, people can steal it. Because I've looked up copyright for my writing, and in the UK, you're automatically covered. It's really weird. Just because we're in a nerdy hobby doesn't mean we can't be just as ruthless and money grubbing as anything else. This is true. The bottom is the... Oh, I didn't recognize it! I've not played Zelda. All my tattoos will be Zelda related. Hell yeah! That's so cool, Johnny. That's because the UK is smarter than me. Well, I'll take the ego boost, but also I think there's far less people to manage in the UK, and there's far less monetization, and suing is not a valid way to earn money in the UK. The system isn't set up like that. Alright, I am going to call it to an end today. Sorry about the weird stream. I know it was supposed to be Overwatch, but I felt so dizzy that I decided to get this file sorted. But I'm incredibly proud of this file. This is a proper file, properly thick, Oxford University file with reinforced edges. It's real good. That is going to fully last me a year. It's not going to break down. I've got plastic wallets so that I don't lose any paper. I've got a calendar. I've included beta reads because that's something I took on last year. I'm going to start looking into RPG projects. I've got retired and finished, and all my months all set up in this beautiful, beautiful file. It is going straight on my Kallax unit from IKEA, where it will sit until it's time for writing club on Thursdays. That's a sexy little view, isn't it? This stationary sexual right here. Happy I have muscle definition now. I got 3.5 stones gone now. Hell yeah, Johnny, well done. Get filed, exactly. Get filed, frickin' writing. I'm really happy. I'll need to understand how Thursdays work. So, how they work is changing. There's going to be one prompt a month now, and the prompt will be displayed in the upper right corner of my writing setup. Whether I'm working on the prompt or not will depend on what past projects I have going on. But there will be a prompt every month, and we will be writing every week. And during those, there are sprints of 25 minutes of just music, followed by a 5-minute break. Every 2 of those, there's a 15-minute break where we just have a chat. and I have a catch up with stream, so it's fairly chill. And we just sit and write together. It's very nice. In Finland, you basically have to register things to be able to enforce your copyright over things. It's bullshit, but I get why historically it came to be. Yeah, poem. Yeah, exactly. That's the same as America. You have to register it. Yeah, I am a furry. I'm not a furry. Oh, we met our bits goal. Oh, well done. Thank you so much. There's been biddies, there's been gift subs today. I have so much to be thankful for. Thank you so much, Johnny. We have a deadline when we read it over. I don't know the details. So I would say the deadline is depending on what project you take on, but there will be one prompt a month. So if you wanted to get that prompt work done for the end of the month, and then if you wanted to advertise it, or if you just wanted to put what you've got in Discord, feel free to. Top right of the setup, meaning on screen, yes. And when, how do we share? We can do it in the writing section of Discord. I'm happy for things to be put in there. Johnny Pale, sorry, I was writing. Thank you so much, Johnny, for those biddies. I really appreciate them. What a lovely way to end stream. I am going to put myself on this screen and have a look and see if there's anyone up for a raid. I have a get together off stream. No, there is Discord Writing Club, which takes place on a Friday at 5 p.m. But that is a mostly silent hangout where we do one sprint. We sometimes talk. If somebody has an issue with something that they're writing, you can bring it to that. And we sometimes have a chat about it. We've done that before. It's turned into a bit of a troubleshooting thing, which I'm perfectly happy with. That's just a thing to keep us all on track. Or if you wanted to organise within the community, because Discord Writing Club is Lady Magora's baby. So if you wanted to organise something in the community, feel free to. We have text channels, we have audio channels where you can meet up with people. Go for it. Who we got? I am going to raid Sir Skyel. Sir Skyel drops in here every now and then. They are part of BAM's community. They are lovely. They've been streaming and their views for some reason have been really, really low. And I can't figure out why, because they deserve a lot more. Also, Sir Skyel was incredibly generous over the charity stream. Not only have I been in receipt of several gift subs from him to BAM, but also he gave a really nice donation to my Writers for the Bees thing. It was lovely. The guy himself, BAM. Thanks for the D&D talk tonight. Absolutely, poem, anytime. So Skyel is playing Minecraft. I think that's it. Yeah. So, I will thank you all for chatting, for lurking, for being here, for everything in between. Thank you so much for those biddies. Thank you so much for those gift subs and for the regular subs. And thank you for the hype train. That was amazing. Thank you so, so much. So much to be thankful for today. Especially considering it was just a random filing stream. It'd been really nice to hang out and talk about things together. So yeah, we'll go and see Sir Skyel. Feel free to use the raid emote if you have it. If you don't, you can put write a raid. And I'll see you over there. Oh, we're gonna go. Okay, bye-bye everyone!